everyone, this is Karen.
Hey everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of the skinny on sausages. And the vocabulary words are spice.
Spice.
Harland rolled the chicken in a special mix of spices before frying.
Yummy. Historian.
Historian.
John is a military historian and has written several books on the subject.
Wow. Fulfill.
Fulfill.
Sabrina couldn't possibly fulfill the expectations set by her parents.
Vital.
Vital.
Having sufficient budget is vital to the plan's success.
Preserve.
Preserve.
To preserve food, canning is just one of the methods that can be used. So we're talking about yummy sausages
The skinny
today.
on sausages. The skinny kind of means like the real facts or some information about sausages.
And they are definitely delicious. That's definitely a fact.
I don't agree.
You do not agree that sausages are delicious?
Because I'm a vegetarian. Hello.
That's right. How about before you became a vegetarian?
Okay, I admit they are delicious. All the spices and but they have vegetarian sausages too, which are not as good, but I like them.
All right. Okay. So when did we first have sausages? Do you remember?
So I think in about 4,000 years ago in the Middle East is the first time we hear about making sausages.
It has been that long.
Yeah, and I think
Wow.
the reason why we have sausages is pretty interesting. Why don't you tell them, Karen?
I think it's because a long time ago, they didn't really have refrigerators, right?
That's right.
To store the food. So a lot of food would get spoiled.
Yeah, especially meat, right? You can only keep meat for like a day in the heat before it spoils.
That's right. But with sausages, they put casing over it, right? And then they put salt. So then it actually preserves the food so it doesn't get spoiled that easily.
Yeah, they can keep it for a
long
time,
time.
and everyone stays healthy and gets protein that they need.
Exactly.
Salami, good job. Sausages. Okay, so
Let's learn more.
Let's learn more.
About sausages.
Enjoy.
The skinny on sausages. If you stop and think about sausages for a second, they are pretty strange. A length of animal intestine stuffed with spices and ground meat, cooked to brown perfection. How did anyone think to try that, and why?
Today's lesson is called The Skinny on Sausages, Part 1. This is my impersonation of a very thin person or a skinny person. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And we're actually not talking about someone's body shape being skinny or chubby or thin or fat.
I'm doing this for no reason.
You're doing that for no reason.
This is actually very stressful. I'm going to relax now.
You can relax on that because in this case, the skinny just means sort of the inside information, the facts and stuff that you might not know.
A scoop?
Here's the skinny on that. This is what my friend on the inside told me. So we're going to be telling you basically things you probably didn't know about meat sticks, the sausages.
The skinny on something, inside information about something, a scoop on something. Yeah, these are all about the same thing, and today we'll be learning about sausages. The skinny on sausages. Anyways, if you stop and think about sausages for a second, they are pretty strange. Yeah, they're a little bit weird. Yeah, get this. This is what a sausage actually is. Okay, take a look at it.
Yeah.
First, you have a length of animal intestine, guts. Yes, it's stuffed with spices and ground meat, and then cooked to brown perfection. That last part, by the way, sounded great. But yeah, intestine. It's spices and ground meats all stuffed in that intestine, and then it's cooked up. How did anyone think to try that? And why? Yeah, if you really think about it, who thought, yeah, this is a good idea, let's use some guts and put some stuff in there and cook it all up. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
It is kind of strange. It is kind of strange. But a lot of foods, when we think about who invented this, they do seem kind of strange. But that is what a sausage basically is, especially the traditional way. It's been made for a very long time. You get this animal intestine, the guts, the tube that the food goes through inside the animal. You take that, fill it with meat and spices and cook it, and then of course eat it. Spices are something though that aren't too strange. We have spices in lots of different food. What is a spice? It's basically a vegetable flavoring for food, but generally it comes from some kind of seed or plant, a leaf. It's often dried, and we just add spices to food to make their flavor better, more interesting, more enjoyable.
Like pepper.
It could be pepper. It
Curry.
could be something that makes your mouth kind of kind of hot, but it could also be something like oregano or tarragon or rosemary or something that just changes the flavor and makes it more enjoyable. Basically, though, it's a vegetable matter. You add it to food in order to make it taste good. For example, Harlan rolled the chicken in a special mix of spices before frying. Some oregano, some thyme, salt, pepper, things like that.
Herbs and spices.
Yes,
My favorite. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 The Skinny on Sausages。Skinny 可以当形容词来描述消瘦的、瘦骨如柴的，不过它在这边是当不可数名词。The Skinny on 加名词就表示有关什么什么的内幕消息或是真实情报。老师还用到 scoop 这个字 ，S-C-O-O-P 这个字在口语当中可以表达独家新闻、独家报道。那么 inside scoop 就表示内幕消息喽。好，另外 Jeff 老师在开场的时候还故意用奇怪的声音讲话，他说他是在模仿瘦骨如柴的人讲话。那我们顺便补充一下 impersonation 这个字 ，impersonation，impersonation 可以表达模仿或是扮演的意思。课文一开始提到说，如果你停下来思考香肠这种东西，会觉得它还蛮奇怪的。一条动物的肠子里面，然后塞满了香料跟绞肉，怎么会有人想到用这种方式来料理呢？好，文中的 intestine 就表示肠子的那个肠。那我还有用到这个 gut， 老师用到 gut G-U-T， 它也有肠子的意思哦。那它的复数形 guts 除了指内脏，也可以用来指胆量。好，再来看单字 spice 表示香料、调味料。Mike 老师有用到 flavoring 这个字 ，F-L-A-V-O-R-I-N-G，flavoring 也可以用来指调味料或者是香料。老师还有用到 herb H-E-R-B， 它表示药草或者是调味用的香草。老师刚刚还有提到几种香草，像是说 oregano， 它表示奥勒冈草或者是牛至。Rosemary 表示迷迭香。Thyme 是百里香，还有 tarragon 它就是指龙蒿，这种东西呢常用来调制酱汁。好，接回到课文中。
The skinny on sausages. Most historians agree that sausages were invented by people from a region called Mesopotamia, in what is now the Middle East, around 4,000 years ago. However, the first modern sausage, called salami, first appeared in written history in the 5th century BC. The name is believed to come from the ancient Greek city of Salamis, near Cyprus. Then again, the word sausage itself is from the Latin word salsus, meaning salted, and was coined during the Roman Empire.
Today, everyone, we're talking about sausages. In fact, we'll be talking about sausages for 2 whole days. Amazing. Now, let's go ahead and start talking about the history of sausages. Yes, there is a history here to be had, and it's interesting. Most historians agree that sausages were invented by people from a region called Mesopotamia in what is now the Middle East around 4,000 years ago. Was it 4,000 years ago? It was about 4,000 years ago, or around 4,000 years ago. Now, before we move on, let's talk about the word historian. It is a noun. If you study history, you are a historian. Let's say you work at a college or a university and you specialize in history, you are a historian. For example, John is a military historian and he has written several books on the subject, on the military.
Okay, so he studies great battles of the past and, writes about them, maybe teaches about them in a university. 4,000 years, so sausages are basically older than math, older than the number 1. Which was only invented a few thousand years ago. Nice. Sausages have been around a very long time.
People have been cramming stuff into intestines for a long time.
Hungry in many different ways. However, the modern sausage called salami first appeared in written history in the 5th century BC. Oh, so they're only 2,500 years old. They're babies. Yeah, salami is a very well-known Italian sausage. People put it on pizza. They also just cut it up and eat it, make it into a sandwich, things like that. Salami. The name is believed to come from the ancient Greek city of Salamis, near Cyprus. Very interesting. Salami, salamis. There you go. Then again, the word sausage itself is from the Latin word salsus, meaning salted, and was coined during the Roman Empire. Yeah, for Romans, salt was one of the most valuable things that they had. Our word salary, for the money that you get paid, also comes from salus, or the Roman word for salt.
How interesting. I always thought that salami was Italian. Well, sausage apparently kind of is Italian, but salami is Greek? Wow, color me surprised. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be back with more on sausages right after this.
大多数历史学家都同意说，香肠大约是在4000年前由美索不达米亚地区的人发明的。那么现代的 salami 萨拉米肠最早是出现在5世纪的古希腊文字记载的历史当中。salami 这个名字呢，是来自于塞浦路斯岛附近的萨拉米斯市。那么香肠 sausage 这个字则是源自于拉丁文，意思是腌制的。好，我们先来看单字 historian。historian 表示历史学家。Jeff 老师提到历史学家专攻历史，这时候老师用到 specialize 这个字，就是在 special 后面加 ize 变成动词，表示专门研究、专攻或者是专门从事。我们常常会用 specialize in 加上名词来表达专攻某个科目啊、研究或是领域等等。Jeff 老师说，他以为萨拉米肠是来自意大利，没想到是起源于希腊，他觉得好惊讶。老师说 ，color me surprised， 就表示说他很惊讶。那口语当中呢 ，color me surprised 可以表达我很惊讶 ，color me confused 表示我很困惑 ，color me embarrassed 表示我很尴尬、很难为情。同学们可以学起来。好，接回到课文中。
The skinny on sausages. The humble sausage once fulfilled a vital role in people's lives. Before the invention of refrigeration, a common way to stop food from spoiling in hot countries was to pack it in a casing with salt and hang it somewhere to dry. This meant that food could be preserved for a long time and eaten during times of food shortage. On top of that, sausages make use of every last bit of meat, a quality that would have been important at a time when food was not so easy to come by.
Okay, more on sausages. Get this. The humble sausage once fulfilled a vital role in people's lives. So we're finally going to get to the bottom of things. Yes, why did people decide to start shoving food and spices into animal guts? Well, apparently they did so because they had to. Sausage apparently once fulfilled a vital role in people's lives.
And if something fulfills something, this verb to fulfill means it sort of meets a requirement. It does what it needs to do. If you say you're going to do something and then you do it, you have fulfilled your promise. You have done the thing that you said you were going to do. If you're hungry and you eat only a tiny half of an apple, that might not fulfill your appetite. That might not meet your appetite, make you feel hungry in the way that a proper proper meal should. So if something fulfills a role, this is often a word that we pair it with, it does what it should, it does what it's asked to do, it does what you need it to do. All right, so if sausages fulfilled a vital role, that means they did something really important that people needed them to do. For example, Sabrina couldn't possibly fulfill the expectations set by her parents.
Anyways, before we move on, let's talk about this word vital. It's an adjective. So before I said, hey, sausages, people started making them because they really needed them, apparently. Yes, if something is vital, you really need that thing. It's important to you. You have to have it. It's critical in some situations. For example, having sufficient budget is vital to the plan's success, i.e., the plan will fail otherwise. We need this money. Anyways, sausages. How do they help people out back in the day? Well, get this. Before the invention of refrigeration, a common way to stop food from spoiling in hot countries was to pack it in a casing, and those would be the guts or the intestine, was to pack it in a casing with salt and hang it somewhere to dry.
Salt keeps it fresh longer. They didn't have refrigerators. You couldn't get ice in Mesopotamia 5,000 years ago, so the salt allowed them to keep the meat longer than like a day or two before it went bad, and then, well, yeah, that's no good. So there you go. This meant that food could be preserved for a long time and eaten during times of food shortage, in the same way that we can dry fruit, and it lasts for a lot longer than the fresh fruit with all the juice inside. You can salt meat and it will last for much longer. You will preserve the salt so you can eat it in the future, during the winter, during times when there's not enough food around, for example. To preserve something is basically to protect it, to keep it safe for a long time, to stop bad things from happening to it. When we preserve food, we're trying to stop it from rotting and going bad and getting smelly and eventually becoming poisonous to eat. That's why people would preserve food. They used to use salt. These days, of course, we have refrigerators and other ways. For example, to preserve food, canning is just one of the methods that can be used. Around 150 years ago, they invented these great steel or tin cans. You put them on top, get all the air out of it. You can keep that fruit or whatever inside good for a long time.
So food preservation, okay, that was one of the good things that sausages, okay, made possible. You could preserve food. Now there's more. On top of that, in addition, sausages make use of every last bit of meat, a quality that would have been important at a time when food was not so easy to come by. So there you go, sausages. You could preserve meat and you wouldn't have to waste meat either. You could use every last bit of it. All right, folks, with that, day one of our article on sausages has now come to a close, and it's time for us to say bye-bye.
Take care.
好，课文提到，香肠曾经在人们的生活中有着关键作用。在冷藏技术发明之前，其中一种防止食物腐败的方法，就是把食物和盐一起塞进一段长衣里面，然后挂在某个地方风干。它可以让食物保存很长一段时间。Chef 老师谈到把东西塞到肠子里，他用到 shove 这个动词 ，shove，shove， 它表示乱塞啊、推挤或是推撞的意思。好，再来看3个单字 ，fulfill，它表示满足、实现或是达到。vital 是形容至关重要的、必不可少的。还有 preserve 这个动词，它有保存、储存食物的意思，或者是保持、维持的意思。那它的名词是 preservation， 把字尾 e 去掉，再加 ation。preservation 就表示保存、保护。好，那课文最后写到，除此之外，香肠利用最后每一块碎肉，它物尽其用，这在食物并不是那么容易取得的时代是很重要的特性。这边用到4个重点，第一个 on top of something。表示除了什么什么之外还怎么样，我们常常用 on top of that 来表达。那么 that 指的就是前面提到的事，像是 Ted was running late today and missed his train. On top of that, he forgot his wallet at home. Ted 今天迟到又错过火车，除此之外啊，他还把皮夹忘在家里了，好惨哦。好，第二个重点 ，make use of something 表示使用什么、利用什么。use 在这边是当名词，前面你可以加上 good 或者是 better 等等的形容词来修饰它。好，例如 He made use of his lottery winnings to pay off his debts。他利用乐透赢来的奖金来还清债务。第三个重点 would have 加过去分词是表达说有充分理由认为或者是推测是某种情况，也就是表达应该怎么样、一定怎么样的意思。例如 The runner would have won the race if he hadn't tripped and fallen。要是那名跑者没有绊到脚跌倒的话，他本来应该会赢，本来也许一定会赢的。好，第四个重点come by 在这边是做及物用来表达获得、得到。我们常常用 something is hard to come by 来表达某事物它不容易取得，像是 Good jobs are hard to come by these days。现在啊，好的工作是很难找到的。好，那么以上这些讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Everybody， 欢迎来到一混淆字大解析。I am Holly。
I am Shane。
Alright， 今天的主题呢就是假期，到底哪里不一样呢
Holiday,
？Holiday,
festival,
festival,
and vacation.
vacation.
The idea of a holiday is originally this means a holy day.
Holy 就是神圣的，后面再加一个 day， 就是神圣的节日。可是后来呢？节日呢，就有一些就不是很神圣的，跟宗教没有关系。
Yeah.
就是一般节日现在都可以叫 holiday。
So usually, in America, this will be something like Easter or Christmas, that kind
okay.
of thing. And especially because in the UK, they use the word holiday like we use the word vacation.
哦 ，OK， 所以有一个例外，就是英国那一区呢，他们会把 holiday 也当作是假期或是休假的意思，
Right.
所以英国可能会有一点点不一样的用法哦。
Right, so for North American English, we will say, for example, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
OK， 所以我最喜欢的节日是感恩节。
The next one is festival.
啊 ，OK，festival 这个就比较像是一个，比如说音乐上或是戏剧上的一个节庆。
Yeah, it's almost like a party to celebrate. And often you're celebrating some holiday.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right?
对。
So during like Christmas or something, there could be some festivals.
所以有一些节庆的，比如说活动，比较像是有点在派对，就是 have fun。
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you could say, for example, the neighborhood is hosting a music festival this summer.
OK， 所以我们的社区呢，今年夏天有办一场音乐节。
Yeah, it's like we're celebrating music, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is vacation.
你可能忙完一阵子，你就想要哦，我想要去放松一下，然后就去哪里玩这样。
Yeah, so it really means to get away from where you live and where you work.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna get away somewhere, maybe stay a couple nights, maybe a week, maybe a month, doesn't matter. It means to go away, usually to relax, have fun.
对，就是离开你原本的环境，去别的地方玩。
Yeah, so for example, the students have vacation every summer.
OK， 所以学生呢，每年夏天都会有假期。
Right. So for the students, they're getting a vacation from school, right? So they're going away from there and they can
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
You know what is also a lot of fun? It's like having a vacation.
Live action, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. What are you going to do during the Christmas holidays this year? Will you go back to the US?
Actually, I think I will stay in Taiwan this year. I already took a long vacation last month. I'm afraid my boss won't like it if I leave again so soon.
Good point. Well, there is going to be a Christmas festival in Taipei this year. You should go for some Christmas spirit.
That sounds nice. Christmas is definitely my favorite holiday.
My favorite holiday is Halloween. I love wearing costumes.
Me too. Halloween is my second favorite holiday. So, what are you going to do for Christmas this year?
Actually, I think I'm going to spend Christmas in Japan.
I haven't taken a vacation in a long time, and there's lots of festivals during Christmas time in Japan.
Nice. I hope you have a great time. So do you want to get together before then? Or?